mentioning some of the cuts to paraeducators because of the levy. Let's go through this so people can really get a firm understanding, because there's some misconceptions about funds that are being used to build things versus where money is being able to be spent on and teachers, and then maybe it could all be moot here soon with the legislature making some moves.
The legislature has made some decisions. We're in the process of deciphering what those decisions are. We'll know more within 2 weeks what the impact is on the Shelton School District. But in terms of what you mentioned, Jeff, bond money is different than levy money.
Yeah.
Bond money is utilized to do what we're doing in our school district, to reconstruct schools, to build new schools, and that's the only thing that you can use it for. Based on the fact that we passed our bond issue, the state also has given us $19.5 million. Again, it can only be used for what we're doing right now in terms of our co-curricular program, making the facilities more appropriate for our students. But you can't use that for salaries or anything like that, and you can't use bond money for salaries. So we're going to stick to our plan pretty much, unless we get completely different information from the state. We're not real sure yet what the impact's going to be, but in order to keep our programs going forward and keeping our teachers in the classroom and keeping the district on a level footing as far as the budget is concerned, we believe we have a strong plan going forward. I'm not saying it might not deviate a little bit, but basically we're going to stay the course to make sure that the district continues to be in a strong financial position, which we are right now.
One of the things that some folks were kind of talking about, and it kind of relates with other school districts in the state and the McCleary deal, and how some districts lost some monies, kind of like Shelton, and we saw some others in the South Sound. But then there were districts that were actually got increases in some of the ways that they got money. Can you explain how the math works on that? Like, is it a population thing? Or?
Well, I think it's pretty complicated. It's a regionalization issue, and unfortunately, we're in a situation where we did not benefit from that plan. But we did receive money to increase compensation for our employees, and that money just flowed through basically, and which is what we use that money for, is to give increases in compensation to our people.
Yeah.
But we're analyzing everything as it relates to the budget, and it's really important, number one, that we maintain the momentum that we have right now in terms of our academic programs. The Health Science Academy and other academies that will be coming on board by 2020, making sure that we have our teachers in position to move those programs forward. Again, we're taking a good hard look at everything in terms of compensating our people and program.
This coming up on May 7th is a Last Dance mock car crash event. It's helping to shine the light on teen distracted driving, drunk driving, and the like. It is going to be an all-day event, which will kind of tie in and key in with some of the partnerships that we talk about with you here. This is going to be a big event for folks all around the high school. There's going to see some pretty powerful images.
Absolutely. And this time of the year, especially when students are excited and they're celebrating, we want to make sure that we're doing everything possible to really clarify how important it is to really concentrate on your driving and not do things that you're not supposed to do. And these things can happen at any time to anyone. Mm-hmm. And there's a sense sometimes that we feel, well, it's not going to happen to us. Well, it can happen. And so right along with our emphasis on safety and security in our school district, we're making sure that we communicate what happens when you're not paying attention to your driving and so on. It's a big day for our kids.
Starts around 9:30 in the morning, so you will see a large contingent of not only emergency services, police, fire, EMS, helicopters from Airlift Northwest. So that's what's going to be happening around the stadium area at the high school for parents and just citizens of the Shelton community. They're going to see this so they understand what's going on.
Absolutely.
What other news would you like to share this morning?
Well, it's been kind of an exciting week, right along with dealing with budget and staffing and all those different things. That's kind of an everyday occurrence. We had the school board, members of the school board and myself, and Mary Cliff, teacher at Bordeaux, and her past students who are now at the junior high, but were actively involved in pursuing a bill to the legislature to honor kindergartners. And they passed the bill, and very important one, because through the bill we're going to be honoring the very important experience of kindergarten.
Yeah.
And so it's going to be September is going to be the month of the kindergartner across the state of Washington.
That's great.
So
That's
Mary
great.
Clift and the kids did a fantastic job. We had the students' parents present. Principals were there. It was a great day for Shelton, and I really appreciate Mary Clift. I mean, and the kids. They pursued this for 3 years straight.
Yeah.
I mean, they did not give up, and they made it happen. And everybody's very proud of Mary and the kids and what they accomplished.
Is that just because September's kind of the first month of school and kindergarten's the first foray into the education
Right.
process? That's why September was designated.
Absolutely, it's a very important year. That kind of sets things up for our kids. So.
How about that for a civics lesson? What are you doing today? Well, we're going to go to the governor's office. He's going to sign a bill we've been
It
working on.
was a very busy place. It was exciting, and we all enjoyed it very much. Another thing that happened last night that I think I should mention, the robotics had their banquet.
Yeah.
And it was extremely well done. Robin Clary, our teacher, and Eric Stokely, they've done a tremendous job
Sure.
with our kids. And the students, I was very impressed with them and inspired by the things they said about the program and how the experiences are affecting them in a very positive way. We've got great kids in Shelton, and I wish everybody in the community could have been there last night to see how great our kids are.
They have the robots delivering the food.
Yeah,
or
we had a
anything
little
like
problem. We had a little problem with a robot, but you know what? It was a great night. Parents were there, the staff, the kids, and the students kind of ran the program.
Yeah.
And they did just a magnificent job.
Well, you mentioned problems with robots, and actually that is often a benefit. It helps to do more troubleshooting.
Part of the
It's
learning
all part
process.
of the learning process.
Yeah,
with coding and things like that.
And they just handled everything so well.
That's cool.
I was very proud of our kids, very proud of our staff and the program. And I indicated that we're going to increase our support for robotics. And I'm not sure if I've mentioned this before, but we're starting a new program at Shelton High School, cyber security.
Yeah, okay.
And we're going to, last night I announced that I would like to see robotics become part of that program. That's going to be initiated next fall. So it's going to be called Cyber Security, Robotics, and Electronics.
Wow.
And it's going to be pretty fantastic.
That's awesome.
The robot at the banquet said, "I can't do that, Dr. Apostle." It's the rebellion.
Yeah.
Rise up.
Yeah.
Good to see you.
Good to see you.
Have a great
Both
weekend.
of you, and
Yeah.
you have a great weekend
You
also.
too. Thank you very
sure.
much.
Thank you.